Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Fourth grade, hey, good to have you back here. Welcome to the Mr. Rodriguez Show. As you can see, I am not in the classroom right now. I'm actually in my basement studio at my house. This is where I share space with my wife, and we do our art here, and I work on my music, as you can tell. And this is also where the cat hangs out. So you're probably going to every once in a while see my cat Nala just walk through the background. She might hop on my lap. That's just how she is. So anyway, we're going to keep pushing on that line and shape. Where we talked about Mondrian and how he used the basic shapes and the basic primary colors and line, shape, red, yellow, and blue. Kind of talked about how that was like a pullback, how he just went back to the basics right there. So we're going to kind of build on that, but we're going to throw in something in particular to give you a set of rules and to kind of confine you within these certain steps right here. And it's a challenge, but it's also really cool, the kind of artwork you can come up with. And we're going to talk about symmetry. Now, there's a couple things you need to remember when we work on symmetry, and that is we need to have the important line called the line of symmetry. So we are going to use our sketchbook for this assignment. So if you want to get out and draw along with me, go right ahead. But we are going to use our sketchbook right here. And what I'm going to do to insert my line of symmetry is I am going to put it directly in the middle of my paper. So this is our first step right here. I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to find how big my piece of paper is. So I'm going to use my big giant ruler here, my level ruler. And okay, this reads 8 inches. So I need to put it directly in the middle of my paper. What is half of 8 inches? 4. So I'm going to go mark. I'm going to mark 4 inches on my paper so I can get a nice even line right there. And then I'm going to take my level, I'm going to just go right straight across. Just like that. This is my line of symmetry right here. Think of this as a mirror. If I'm looking into the mirror, I see me, but I don't see me for what I look like to you. When I look into a mirror, you get what's called a mirror image. For example, I part my hair this way, but I'm looking into a mirror right now. I'm looking into a camera, and it's going the opposite of that. I'm looking at a mirror image of myself right now. If I was to videotape myself, I'm looking into a mirror image of myself right now. So anything that goes in here is going to be the same way over there. A good example of what I can do right here is I always like to just start with a triangle. Now if I just drew a triangle like that right there, in order to get the symmetrical thing, I would have to get this line to go in that direction. It would have to be the same length, like that. And then you would need this line right there to go straight across like that. And it would need to be the same exact length too. So from here to here needs to be the same distance from here to here. That means it's symmetrical. It's a mirror image. So anything that I add off here is going to be symmetrical to over here. If I draw a square over here, it needs to have, if I was to draw a square over here, I would have to have a square over here, the same distance, the same shape, the same size over here. All right, I'm going to keep adding on to this using symmetry. So there's my square right there. I'm just going to add on maybe square right here. Let's add it on just like that. Okay, in order to make this symmetrical, I would have to go over here, make sure that this line is the same exact length over here. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure that this line is the same exact length over here. And then this is the same here. Okay, continue to work on my symmetry right there. Perfect. This one is a mirror image of this one. Sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of throw this into fast motion here and kind of complete my drawing for you to see here. All right, so I have completed my symmetrical drawing here, okay? As you can see, as I started to go, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a rocket ship. So I kind of formed my ship. See, I told you my cat likes to come and interrupt me. I kind of came about with a rocket ship, a symmetrical rocket ship right here. Every time I measured a triangle over here, I measured how long this line was with my ruler. I made it the exact same length over there. And then I brought this angle down to there and this one to there, so these are the same shapes. If I have a square over here, I have to have a square over here. If I have a triangle over here, I have to have a triangle over here. Now, dividing it is my line of symmetry right here. Remember, it's like looking into a mirror. So this length right here to this triangle is the same length over here. This length right here is the same right here. The only difference is mirror image from my line of symmetry right there. So this is our first part of our assignment right here, is we're going to do the drawing using symmetry. So to start off, remember, blank piece of paper, find the middle of the paper. That's your first step. Draw your line of symmetry. Then start doing your drawing. And I'm going to let you guys kind of come up with whatever you want here, as long as it falls into the symmetrical, as long as it falls under a symmetrical draw. Next step, next video we're going to watch, we're going to actually color this in using some positive and negative colors. So refrain from coloring right now. This is where I want you to be. Remember, sign the exit ticket so that I know you participated. And thanks for stopping by.